Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, so it has been very dry and very hot for many weeks, and it finally rained today in Taiwan. And you know, I'm that kind of person who hates rainy days very much. And this is the first time in my life that I feel so happy when it rained. So how have you been during the past week? How have you been? I'm going to cue someone. Wayne, how have you
Hey. What?
How have you been?
Well, it's just, as usual, a boring weekend. Just stay at my home and do nothing.
Okay.
But oversleeping, yeah.
Okay.
What?
That's enough. Okay, how about Adam? How have you been?
I wish I could sleep some more.
Me? Okay. Then, so today,
I wish to sleep some more.
me?
Sleep.
Yeah, I wish I could sleep some more. It's early here.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, I'm in New York. I'm not in Taiwan. So
yeah, he has been living in America for many years, and he has been working in US. Yeah. You can talk about your background. That's pretty cool.
This background, yes. It's a farm that I went to last year when hiking, and
cool.
It was during the fall, so probably October or something, and I would try to capture the fall colors where the leaves are changing, and they had this decoration, so I thought I'd take it. So it looked like mine. So.
Cool. And you can talk about your like unique experiences in working, because most of us are still students, and for me, I'm going to start to work in maybe 2 months. I'm not sure. So you can talk about your working experiences.
Well, it's very different. I had worked in Taiwan as well.
Yeah.
It was a family business. It was a manufacturing business, and I didn't get much experience out of it. I was supposedly a translator instead of an export agent, so to speak. So basically, whenever I received an email, I had to translate to Chinese, send it over to the brain of the company, and then once they say, for example, the customer wants something and they want to know how much. So I had to translate this email into Chinese, send it over to the brain of the company. They read it and they understood what the customer wants, sent me the quote, and I had to translate back into English and send it over to them. So I guess you can say I was a liaison between a company and customer. It was not fun because whatever problems the customers have, they come to me. They don't go to the brain.
Wow.
And I had no answers.
Stressful job. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So so you can say that Adam is our guest today, and now we're going to become our TME. Sonu. Hello.
Hi, Sonu.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Sonu.
Hi, Sonu.
Hi, Sonu. Hello.
Hello. I hope you are doing well in this pandemic situation and safe. And of course, I hope you are enjoying this pleasant weather that we have nowadays, especially in Tainan. I welcome you all to another exciting meeting of fun and learning of Toastmaster. So now I call upon the timer of the day who will keep the track of timing of each person who speaks during the meeting today. So let us welcome our timer, Van.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm
Hi,
Wen.
Wen. Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
Hi,
Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
I'm today's timer, so I'm responsible for today's timing. And now I'm gonna tell you some rules. Normally, the green card means you have reached the minimum time requirements. And the next one is yellow card. And yellow card is like a warning. So if you are a manual speaker, it means you still have a minute to go on. And if you are a table topic speaker, you only have 30 seconds left. And the last one is red card. Red card means your time is up. And all speakers should be note that you have 30 seconds leeway. So if you are over or under the time requirements, you will be disqualified for the award. And because we're holding the online meeting, so it's hard to show you the color card. So I will use the ding dong sound instead, like that. Can you hear it? Okay.
Yes.
And at the end of today's meeting, I will show you the result of the timing. And also, time management is very important for any social occasion. So I hope I can help you to be a better time controlling person in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne. We are looking forward to learn some time management today. Now, the vote counter for the today is Gary Yuan. So please put your hands together to welcome Gary.
So hello everyone, I'm Gary. I'm today's vote counter. Voting is a very important part in the culture of Toastmasters. We will vote for the best speaker of the day. Today we are going to give out 3 awards, which is the best table topic speaker, the best speech evaluator, and the best manual speaker. Please note that at the end of the meeting, we are going to post the link in the chat room, and please vote, and make sure not to vote those who are disqualified. And that's it. I hope everyone can enjoy the meeting. Time back to DME.
Thank you, Gary. So now let us move on first part of the meeting, that is the manual speech. So our first speaker is someone who is a freshman from a foreign language and literature department. Her topic is political spectrum of news. So let us welcome our first speaker tonight, Beth Lin.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, wait a second.
Can you share your screen or you don't have a slide? Okay.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Okay. Hi guys, I'm Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Okay, so today my topic is political spectrum of news. So as you guys know, every news channel has its own ideology. Sometimes the hidden political bias of the news can affect our value imperceptibly. Therefore, knowing what political spectrum these channels belong to can raise our media awareness and help us avoid manipulation and fake news. So, so what is political spectrum? So you guys might seen this chart before, maybe in high school. So on the top is authoritarian, and below is libertarian. But today we're not going to talk about the up and down. We're going to talk about left and right. So did anyone know what is left of economic function?
What?
What is left of economic?
What is left economic? What?
Okay, so the answer is socialism, and the right is capitalism.
Yes.
So I'll give a little definition about it. So socialism means that their value is to trying to let everyone to be equal. And capitalism, their value is to trying to support freedom. So here's the example. So socialism, maybe they will support the policy that rich should pay more taxes because one of their values is trying to make people financially equal. And capitalism may disagree because they think everyone should have the right to pursue wealth. Okay. So here is the chart of different news channel in the US and around the world. So here, the dark blue, left, it means left. And the light blue means lean left. The purple means center. And this means lean right and right. So I'm going to introduce some news channel in the US. So the first one is CNN, and it is left. And the next one is MSN, and it is also left. And the New York Times. And the only one that is right is Fox News. And the next one is the Wall Street Journal. It is at the center. So CNN, MSN, and Fox News. They are the big three television network. So what is the big three television network? It means that they have the highest audience measurement. And they are the mainstream media that Americans usually watch. So among them, Fox News has the highest audience measurement. So here is the chart of the parties in the US. So Democratic Party, it belongs to socialism. It belongs to the left. And Republican Party, it belongs to right, capitalism. So you may see that the news at the left, they will support the policy of Democratic Party. And the news at the right, they will support Republican Party. So how did the political bias affect the news? Here, I'm going to give an actual example about it. And I searched online I searched online for mask, the news about mask online. And here is what I found. I found that New York Times belongs to the left, socialism. And it would support Biden's policy, right? So here you can see that this one, Biden and Harris call for mask mandate. Like it propose give some example the policy of Biden to its reader. And here, Biden pushes mask mandate. Like it supports Biden's policy. And next one, let's see Fox News. So Fox News belongs to the right, which is capitalism. And you can see here, Georgia mother stands up against school's mask mandate. There's no end in sight. So it gives a news that disagree mandate of mask. And here, mask mouth, dentist coin new term for smelly side effect of wearing a mask. So it proposed a side effect of wearing a mask. So you can see that they disagree using mask. So though they did not just directly told you do not wear mask, but their articles, you can see that they are trying to give you this kind of information. And here, Biden push for face mask standard in workplace, misses self-imposed deadline. So like this is a news that like attacking Biden. Yeah, so you can see that it belongs to the right. Okay, so conclusion. So I think maybe throughout this whole speech, you might think, oh, maybe center is better. Like there's no left, there's no right. Center means equal and means more balance, but actually it's not. So the news that belongs to the center, they doesn't mean better. Like a center outlet may still have policies that still have political bias on certain issue. It just cannot define that it belongs to left or right, but they still have their own position. They still have their own viewpoint. So by knowing what political spectrum these news belongs to may raise your awareness. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth, for your speech. It was very interesting to know different spectrum of news, their political affiliation, and their inclination towards socialism and capitalism. Our second speaker is a PhD student in computer science, and his topic is Become a Neuroscientist, Class 1. Let us welcome Josh Lin for his speech. Hi, Josh, are you there? You are muted if you're trying to speak.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Josh.
Hi.
Hi, Josh. Okay.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, let me sharing my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's start. To become a neuroscientist, class 1. First, I want to share with you my background. I was a student major in chemistry. And in the master's degree, I study about neuroscience, and now I am a PhD student of computer science. And this is me several years ago when I was still in the lab. I eat a lot. And you know, there's a microscope after me. We use this to do some experiment. And what comes to your mind when you think of a neuroscientist? You may think of someone looking at human brains. This might be a functional MRI experiment. And you may think of someone putting wires, electrodes on their head to detect their brain waves, brain frequency. And you may think of some animals that we're using to do the experiment. And that is called animal model. So what is an animal model? In the National Human Genome Research Institute in United States, it explains the word animal model, that it is a non-human species used in medical research. An animal model that is being used to obtain information about disease. By using this animal model, a researcher can carry out experiments that would be empirical or ethical prohibits with human. So we use a lot of animal to do research and to find out something we still don't know about neuroscience. Like we use squid. It has a very huge neuron that we can use it to study the mechanism under the action potential. We use frog, we use horse-hoed crab, and we use rat. Like the right one, we put electrodes in the rat's head and we can recording their brain waves. And by recording the brain waves and analyze it, we can know the connection between their brain, what they're thinking of, and with their reaction. And we use it to study epilepsy. It's a type of disease that human will suddenly freak out. But today, we're not talking about that kinds of animal model. We are talking about fruit flies, or we can call it Drosophila melanogaster. Fruit flies did a lot of things. It is small, it is tiny, but it helps us a lot. We use it to act like an animal model that using the behavior experiment or neuroscience experiment. We change the neuron in their head and we're trying to find out the behavior change of them. So let me just take a small look of this video. Oh, can it, yeah. Fruit flies actually fight. They fight for food, they fight for females, and they fight like WWE. Yeah, that's how we do our experiment. So let's go to the next slide. When we talk about fruit fly, we must mention this key researcher called Morgan, but not this Morgan, this Morgan, the Thomas Hunt Morgan, that he studied the character of the fruit flies and he demonstrate the genes that are carried on the chromosomes. He is the first one that told us that gene is carried on the chromosomes, and he changed the whole study after that. And the discovery formed the basis of the modern science of genetics. And finally, he won the Nobel Prize in 1933. After his research, fruit fly became a major model organism in contemporary genetics studies. So how do we grow or breed fruit flies? We use this bottle, this Morgan, and in their food, it contains corn flour, starch, sugar, and water. And this is me, okay, put together with the Morgan. Okay, so that's the life cycle of a fruit fly. It comes from embryo and to become larva. Finally, after about 5 or 6 days, it becomes pupa. After about 10 days, it becomes adult. So this is the test tube of a fruit fly. We use specific male fruit fly to cross with specific female fruit fly, and that they will have children. So we, based on the experiment design, we use different kinds of gene in these fruit flies. So the first researcher, when you are entering a lab that use this kind of animal model, the first things you have to know is the gender, how to define the gender of fruit flies. And when you cross, after you cross these fruit flies, it will shape like this. It's a new tube with several fruit flies on it. And it becomes more and more and more. After that, they're lacking of food and they're dying. So the first class, you have to figure out what is a male fruit fly or what is a female fly. Okay, a male fly has a bold tail, or we can say abdomen, and a female fly has a pointed abdomen. So this one is female, this one is male, this one is male, this one is female. Please focus on how to recognize the fruit fly, because at the end of the question, I will ask someone to answer the questions. Okay, this is female, this is a female, pointed, and a male is boned, male, female. Okay, and next one. This is okay. After that, let's do another one. Okay, this is male, female, male, female. Okay, everyone get it? So after I graduated from school for several years, one day I'm eating lunch in the 7-Eleven, and one fruit fly just fly into my sight and stop on my banana. So I want to point out someone that to recognize, to identify whether it's a male fly or a female fly. Function. Do you think it's a male fly or a female fly?
Female.
Or you want to? Yeah, that's a female fly. Right, correct. Thank you, everyone. This is my speech today.
Thank you, Josh, for your interesting and knowledgeable speech. I got to learn some interesting facts about animal model and their genetics. So our third speaker for tonight is a second-year student from Foreign Language and Literature Department. She loves debating, and she's here again with a controversial topic. Her topic is filial piety, and I'm interested to know more about her views. So let us put your hands together to welcome our third speaker, Sty Lin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sty.
Hello, Sty.
Hi, Sty.
Hi,
Sty.
Hello. All right, let's figure out this. So today I'm going to tell you something that is pretty controversial. This is my own opinion, and I'm ready to embrace any kinds of criticism towards me. And now let's just get started. Okay. Why someone mute me? Okay, so now filial piety. This is today's topic. And to figure out this, I would like to talk about his history. So first of all, from 400 BCE century, Confucius promoted this to ask children to take care of those elders, that their parents or ancestors, or just to worship them. And this idea spreads around across Asia, even across the world. And would you like to know maybe which countries have this concept? Actually,
it is really popular in Asia, including the Asian countries over here, and also in Europe. Some of the countries, including France and Germany, they have filial piety. They practice filial piety. And also for the United States, these countries not only, pay attention to this, these countries not only practice filial piety as their moral standards, as their ethics, they also have laws to force those children to take care of those elders when they are impoverished. So this is the question that I would like to talk about, because when it comes to filial piety, we often associate it with virtue. We kind of think of it as a respect or gratitude towards our parents or our ancestors. But here's a question that I really doubt. That is, we have to repay. We have to repay everything from our parents, such as they raised us up, and then so that we have to do something after we grow up. So why do I oppose obligatory filial piety? Why do I oppose it? Because first of all, love should not be forced. Why do I say this? Because those laws that force us to repay the gratitude towards our parents, actually it's unreasonable, because love should not be forced. When we say we love someone, we love our parents, we should not be reminded by laws. We actually just do it by our willingness. And so that I think obligatory filial piety, especially those filial duty laws, are unconstitutional because it restricts our freedom to love our parents back. It is not only an emotional blackmail, but also a legal blackmail that are actually happening. Secondly, parent-child relationships should not be transactional, which means parent-child relationships should not be the trade. We should not view our relationship as a trade between us. Just like some parents expect their children to be so powerful, so well-known in the future, so that they can repay something really beneficial that can contribute anything to their parents afterwards. But this is just like a trade. Like they view raising a child as an investment that they can expect anything in return. And this is what I doubt, because our relationship should be full of love. This should be natural. Why is it all about money, or why is it all about investment? Why somebody said parents' love are selfless, but they actually are asking us to think about filial piety instead. So now, lastly, I would like to talk about is we cannot choose, but our parents can. We cannot choose to be born or not to be born, but our parents can actually choose whether or not to bear or not to bear. What does that mean? We can't choose to be born in this family or that family. We cannot choose to be born in a happy society or an unhappy society. But our parents, when they are doing sexual intercourse, when they are having sex without condoms, without any technology, they are actually taking the responsibility to raise a child. That is, why is it not obligatory that they raise us, but it is obligatory that we have to take care of them after we grow up? So I doubt this, and I believe that we cannot choose, but our parents can. So they are obligatory to they are obliged to take care of us instead of we taking care of them afterwards. But I'm not saying that we should not show our gratitude, because actually I oppose obligatory filial piety. Notice the word obligatory. That means I oppose anything that forces us to love our parents back. But I don't actually asking you to not paying attention to your parents or not giving your love to your parents. What I mean is that actually I want you to think about these obligatory, mandatory laws that is actually happening in our society. And what I question is that our love should not be forced, and also it should not be betrayed, and we cannot choose to be born or not to be born. Mostly, actually, I think it is okay to love our parents back, but this is not the fact that everybody would love their parents because of different backgrounds or their family society. Thank you.
Thank you, Sty, for such a wonderful speech. I do agree that love should never be enforced and should always come from within. Our fourth and the last speaker for tonight is a senior student from Engineering Science Department. He is going to talk about a very interesting topic, that is traffic in Taiwan. So please welcome Eric Jar with a huge round of applause.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And good evening, professors. And my name is Eric. And today I'm going to talk about traffic in Taiwan. And I think most of the people now in Zoom can ride a scooter scooters has been our main vehicle of transportation. And sometimes that some of the people can drive a car, and because passing the driver license in Taiwan, I think it's very easy. So for me, I can either ride a scooter and drive a car. So I think I have a both perspective while using the Taiwanese road. So I want to first ask you a question is, do you think that driving or riding in Taiwan is safe? And for me, my answer will definitely be no, because I think every time we ride a scooter, I think we will be at risks. And but some people, especially the elders, will say to us is that if you follow the rules, and you will become safe. And I think I want to ask them is, really? I don't think so. I think it's not safe, because look at this picture. The government will tell us that if you are familiar with the rights of the vehicle, and if you follow the rules, and you will become safe. But I want to say is, I found that there are so many mistakes and flaws on in our traffic laws in Taiwan. So today I'm going to share what I saw about the flaws. And first is the system of distribution. In most of the countries, they use the system of distribution by direction or speed. But in Taiwan, it's a little bit different. We use the system of distribution by vehicle. And I'm going to talk about what's the difference between these two distributions. So in other countries, they use like this one. And you can see at the picture, it is very clear and it's very simple, which means that if you want to turn left, you just go to the left side of the road and then you turn left. And if you want to turn right, you just go to the right side of the road and then turn right. And if you want to go straight, you just ride or drive in the middle lane. And it's very easy and very plain, and it follows our intuition of the direction. But in Taiwan, things gonna change, because Taiwan use the distribution of vehicle, and which means that scooters only can ride on the right side and they can't ride on the left side or middle side. And the cars must be restricted in the middle lane or left lane. And this will cause a lot of problems, just like the right side of the picture. So if the scooters want to go straight and then the cars want to turn right, maybe they'll become a car accident. So this kind of stupid system will make that scooters will ride on the right side. And this will cause some severe problems. Just take this picture for example. There's a car there. And what does he or she want to go to do? Of course, he or she is gonna turn in right. So definitely he or she just go to the right side of the road and wants to turn right. But there will become problem is there are at least 5 scooter drivers there. And what most of the scooters there, most of the scooters want to go straight because Taiwanese government's policy tells us that you should ride on the right side. And so this will cause a problem is first, the car driver can't turn right smoothly, and the scooter drivers may be at risks for making a car accident. So I think this happens every day, and I think it's very strange. And so there's another problem is what things makes scooters ride on the right side is because there's a stupid policy called prohibition of scooter. And this kind of stupid policy only happens in Taiwan. No other countries will do this kind of discrimination for the scooter drivers. And this will cause another problem is because thanks to this, scooters can't drive on the left side. So how are they going to turn left while scooters are at the right side? So Taiwanese governments use a method that came from Canada and Japan, which is hook turn. But hook turn in Japan were used by the vehicles of some that can't drive fast enough, such as bicycles. But Taiwanese government tells that every scooters in Taiwan have to use hook turn. But our scooters can drive fast enough, so why should we use hook turn? And hook turn sometimes cause a lot of severe problems. There are so many withdrawals and cons, and I'm going to tell you what I saw. First is, I think using hook turn in Taiwan is a waste of time. It's because like, if you want to turn left in other countries, you just need to go to the left side and then turn left. But in Taiwan, you have to go to the hook turn block first and then wait for the red lights and then you go turn left. And that's a waste a lot of time. And second is the space will be occupied because some scooters, and if there are, just like a picture, if there are so many scooters, of course, there's not enough space for those scooters because the hook time block is very small. So the space will be very crowded and it's very hard for the space is just occupied. And the third thing is there will be crosswalks, and thanks to the quantity of scooters, of course, the scooters will occupy the crosswalks so that the pedestrians cannot walk very safely and they'll be at risk. So I think that I think that the hook turns should be elective, not be forced, because I think if we can turn left, why don't we just turn left directly? We have to use this kind of stupid hook turns to make a lot of traffic chaos. And so today I'm going to share some of the things that I think that the Taiwanese traffic is very weird. And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg because there are some more bad things happen in Taiwan, such as the traffic circle. So maybe later after I can share to you. And last thing I want to say is I want to thank those people who have been fighting for the rights for the scooter drivers or the pedestrians, even with some drivers, because they are dedicated with the efforts to make the to make the government think that we want a nicer and safer and friendlier driving and riding environment in Taiwan. So I think I hope that in the future we can both drive safely and we can have a friendlier environment of using the road. And this is my today's speech, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Eric, for your speech. I think your speech needs to be shared with the government of Taiwan so that they can rethink on their traffic policy. That's it from the first session of the meeting. We have a break and we'll meet at 8 o'clock. Till the time you can chit chat, but please remember to come back on your time.
Lighting.
Why are you using Patrick Star? Your background.
I can't see my face. It's too dark.
Okay, so now it's our table topic time, and our table topic master is doing this job for his first time, and he has never been a speaker either, so let's welcome him. Winson.
Come on. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, hi, Winson.
Hello.
Hi, Winson.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
It's your screen.
Please share your screen.
Share your screen, Winson.
Sorry, wait for seconds.
Oh.
You are wearing your shirts now?
On the makeup.
No, he's naked.
He's naked.
Oh no. 新猪 boy, 新猪 boy.
Okay.
So,
hey guys, I'm today's table topic speaker. I'm Winson.
Hi,
Hi,
Winson.
Winson.
Hi, Winson. Hi,
Winson.
You turn on your camera.
We want to see your
What?
face.
Oh, you want
Yeah.
to see my face?
Yeah.
Your handsome face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haha.
Ah.
Okay. And because you know, our regular meeting is online now. So do you know what happens and what could be what's the change of the type of the class because the virus, you know, yeah. So and today we are going to talk about the virus and COVID-19. Yeah, I think this is the familiar noun for everybody. Yeah. So because maybe you have heard the symptoms, or maybe you know the emergency symptoms, or maybe the spatial phenomenon you see now, and maybe you will heard the policy of Taiwanese government. Yeah, maybe you know more details or more information about this virus from the internet or from the news. So the first question I want to everybody to share is about what news about COVID-19 impressed you most? Yeah. Until now, yeah. We will divide everybody divide to the groups for you. Yeah.
Okay. So we will start now, right? Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Hey, so hey guys, I see you are talk about the news these days. Yeah. So I think the latest news that impressed me the most, I think, is about the news for the locking the city, you know, because if the people who get the virus and if the number of people can increase, then the government will lock the city. Yeah. And they want to prevent the virus and transmit to others. Yeah. So I think it's the news this day that impressed me the most. So who wants to be the volunteer and share your opinions?
Jane.
You can volunteer if you did not speak just now.
Yeah, because Jane didn't finish her speak. She just, yeah, she just cause the time. So I ended the group discussion, and she can share with you, right? More friends.
Okay.
How about Jane? Or if you don't want to, we can pick other ones.
Okay. So so if no one wants to share, and can I pick one?
Okay, you can pick one.
Okay. Jane.
Yeah.
Share with me.
I don't know how to say because of I didn't prepare for the activity, so maybe I talk about let me think. Actually, my life is so boring because always stay in the job. Yeah, so maybe I can share something with you guys. Last night a Facebook group in Qingda, maybe in Qingjiao 二手, and they talk about a girl. She 可以听到我的声音吗？
Oh yeah. In English.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Because there are maybe someone has a blah 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 blah. A little. I can't hear. Oh, it's okay. A girl posts a article and she said her ex-boyfriend owed her $300 and she can't contact him, so she posts and want everyone find the boy. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, I finished. It's so boring. Maybe just talk about some gossip. Is everyone interested?
Okay, thank you, Jen. And I want the more volunteer to share. So who can share share his perception for this question? Yeah. And
You can pick one.
Sebastian, can you share? because I see you.
Okay. The most impressive news in this disaster is someone is tested positive in my district, and I used to live in Taichung before, and I'm studying in Taiwan. And when I heard this news, I called my parents as soon as possible to warn them of not to going out because someone is tested positive. And fortunately, it's just a little. There's no one is test positive after this case. So I just feel my parent is safe, and it is the close experience from my life with this terrible disease. Okay, that's all.
Oh, okay, thank you, Sebastian. And now we are going to the next question. Yeah. And we all know that because the policy of the Taiwanese government, and we all know that the incubation period is very long. So
wait. Can you share your screen?
What?
Yes. Share your screen.
You forgot to share your screen.
So you cannot see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes. You didn't share your screen.
Oh.
Cannot see your screen.
Interesting.
Oh, can you see?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And we all know that the incubation period is very long. So you may worry about being infected with the virus. So now you won't go school on, and you even cannot go to the place that's crowded with people. Yeah, you have to stay at home. So what do you do while you staying at home and during this epidemic prevention period? Yeah, and if the disease disease ends and after the isolation, and what's the first thing you want to do? Yeah, so everybody, you can speak and share with us. And I also have to remind you, guys, you only share your opinions for about 1 minute and 2 minutes, and the volunteer is need to control. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So very confusing.
Okay, so I see and everybody, maybe you can do a lot of things when you stay at home. Yeah, so is there anyone can share with us and or your life? Yeah, and okay, if no one, I will pick one person. Yeah.
Winson, I can be the volunteer. I volunteer for myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so should I share? So what I do while staying at home is I spend much of my time watching drama, and I've been watching Chinese drama for since last week, and I feel like I've been fooling around. I've been wasting my time. So this week I try to put some of my time where I can read and do some meditation or just go out in the park wearing mask, do some exercise instead of spending every hours watching dramas. It's like I'm so addicted to watching drama, which is not good for me. And after this isolation, the first thing I want to do is probably go mountain climbing. To go to the trail, they has been blocked because even last week I went to Alishan and the trails was blocked. So I can only walk on the lane that was reserved for cars. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, that's a wonderful experience. Thank you, Jill. And who wants to share?
I think Sona can be the next one.
Okay, Sona, where are you? And
you are mine.
Okay. Actually, it's Sonu, not Sona, but fine. So since everything is online now and we have a much extra time, so first thing that I like to utilize it as is sleeping. I really love sleeping. So I really wake up late and utilize my time as sleeping, as some great legends have said that sleeping is the best meditation. So I try to do my meditation by sleeping. Second thing, I enjoy the video call with my friends and family with a bit longer time. And I love that. And mostly like now, like I have to invest more of my time in my research area, learning new skills. And this is the best time and the maximum time that I've got to learn new skills. And like, I'm also looking forward to watch some Taiwanese movies, though currently I'm watching some in like English movies, but I think I'll be watching some Taiwanese movies if I have some good recommendations. And more things like, yes. So after the isolation finishes, and if we are free to go outside, I'll like to try some local Taiwanese food and visit the beach, the Tainan beach. So that's what I had.
Okay, thank you, Zonu. I see. Taiwan is a great place for you.
Excuse me.
What?
Excuse me. I would like to suggest a new Taiwanese food called catfish.
Oh, okay. You can share the Tainan's food, local food.
Tainan's food. Catfish.
Catfish. Okay.
On Kaiyuan Road. Kaiyuan Road.
Kaiyuan Road.
Yeah, I will type it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Maybe I can recommend some food for you. Yeah.
She's an expert.
Yeah.
I'm also an expert.
Okay. So the next. Okay. And we all know that the novel coronavirus is outbreak and has drawn international attention, because as the virus quickly spreads into around the world, and including Taiwan now. So we all know that the origin of the virus is from the Wuhan, China. Yeah, but it quickly locked down all of the cities and low down the people get the disease. So but the unfortunately the virus and they spread into another district like Europe and America. Yeah, you can see the red region is represents the how severe these people in this region, yeah, they get the disease. So if are there any confirmed cases around you? Yeah, and you can share your thoughts. Yeah, but if no, and how do you feel when seeing the increased number of the confirmed cases every day? Yeah, so
again. Wonderful.
Okay, and who want to share with us? And okay, I pick Beth.
Sorry, can I volunteer?
Oh,
Gary.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Gary.
So I've thought that it reminds me that I don't know if you remember, it's when the pandemic first broke out in Taiwan, like the first couple of days, there's the case 1289 who goes to Kaohsiung, and I am on the same train with that guy or a girl, I don't know, but like it's he or she, I don't know, is at the 8th car, 25th seat, and I am at the 7th car. So this is my ticket, and it's terrible.
You save the tickets?
I always save the ticket, and I just bring it out, and it is terrifying because I live with 2 roommates, and I'm not sure if I am infected. That's terrifying. And I go back with Thailand with another friend of mine, and so that is until this day, I'm not even sure if I'm infected, but just no syndrome shows. And so I'll try to just wash my hands as frequently as possible, stay home, try to stay healthy, wear a mask every time I step out of my dorm. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Okay, so we are going to talk the final question.
No, we have no time. Winston, it's 40 right now.
Oh, it's no time? Okay. Yes. So okay. So maybe you can see the question on the screen. Yeah. And I would want to remind everybody, and we should take more precaution to prevent the infection. Yeah, we should wash our hands regularly and avoid touching eyes or nose. And sure, prepare the external, to clean. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Wait.
Okay, so it's my turn, right?
Yes. Welcome, General Evaluator.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm today's General Evaluator, and I'm Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Brian.
Okay, so first of all, let's invite the first evaluator, which is the evaluator of Beth, and let's welcome Claire.
Hi guys. Hi everyone, I'm Claire.
Hi
Claire. Hi, Claire.
I'm honored to be invited to be the evaluator for Beth today. So first, I hope all of you can give a big round of applause for Beth in front of the screens. I know she's being bombarded with the task of being the vice president, but still she decided to stand on stage as a speaker today. So I really appreciate your contribution, hardworking, and you're really doing a great job, Beth. So back to my evaluation. I want to start with the topic you pick, political spectrum. This topic itself is a highly challenging choice. Yeah, the way you approach it actually intrigued me a lot. Also, your clean design of PowerPoint explanation with the metrics and graphs really helped the audience to build up a better understanding to the core of your own speech. So though the screen share and camera don't allow speakers to show their body language, you still successfully utilize the factors of your voice. I mean, the speed, pronunciation, and intonation that capture everyone's attention till the last second. So as for the suggestion for the improvement of your speech, I'll have to say that actually you are a far more experienced speaker than me. So my nitpicking here is actually about the content. Since the examples you mentioned in your speech is all about the news channels or media in United States, so I guess if you consider adding a part talking about Taiwan's new news or their ground, what kind of tendency they are towards or who they are for or against, or or you can consider putting the importance and the reason why you pick this topic as your speech topic at the opening. I believe this can really help your fantastic speech to resonate with us like even more. So that's all of my evaluation. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Claire. And then let's welcome the second evaluator, which is the Josh Lin's evaluator. And let's welcome Sebastian.
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Josh, I really love to be your audience because you always introduce some fascinating science, and every time I listen to your speech, I learn much, not only some information of natural science, but also the way how you give speech. And next, I will share what I've learned from you and some suggestion for this for today's speech. And the first one is, and I really appreciate that you use general impression like some brains or some scientists to be your opening. And this would help your audience to be easy to focus on your following speech. And the second one is your topic is related to your academic background, which is very convinced, and your audience will trust your contents more. And the third one is you briefly introduce some information of neuroscience, like the researchers study the animal model for what, and why the fruit fly is important to neuroscience, and it is informative. And your word is clear and acceptable to any level of your audience. And the last one, the last one is the most impressive thing of me is your steady pace when you're speaking. Your steady speaking pace makes your audience feel that they are talking to a wise man and would be more willing to focus on you and be more patient to be more patiently waiting to your content. And I think the only shortcoming in your manual speech today is you show us some worm and just the flies worm, and it is a little bit disgusting, especially after especially your audience may just finish their dinner. So so this is all my evaluation for your today's speech. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sebastian, for your evaluation. And then for the next evaluator, let's welcome Betty, which is the evaluator of Sty. So let's welcome Betty.
Hi, I'm Betty, and today I'm Sty's evaluator. And there are three suggestions I want to give Sty. The first one is at the beginning, you talk about, you mentioned the filial piety distribution all over the world. And I think that's a good aspect to cutting the thing and cutting to this issue by comparing the opinions between Eastern country and Western country, or even all over the world. I think that's a good way to express these issues and start to let everyone knows the background of this issue. And the second one is the way you present and the tone you talk. I'm very appreciated. And also I like your PPT. Your PPT is very clear and the points are very obvious. But however, there's some suggestion to your PPT. The resolution of your background is a little low. So if you can revise it, I think you will raise your PPT's quality and also make your presentation much more better. And the last one is, I love your topic. Your topic is, I think the topic you talk about is a chance to let audience and everyone to be awareness of the relationship between their parents and themselves. Since everyone is born in different family, the view or opinions may be different. So it's truly a great chance to let everyone to think about and share, discuss about their thoughts to this thing. And by the way, I agree with your opinion. Yeah, that's my evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Betty, for your evaluation. And for the last evaluator, and let's welcome Esther, which is the evaluator of Eric.
Hello everyone, I'm Esther, and hello Eric Jai, I'm your evaluator today. And can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure. Please share your screen if you want to show us anything.
Yeah. And can you see that? Some pictures I take from, no?
Oh, okay, I can see it now.
Yeah. Okay, first, Eric Jai, your topic is traffic in Taiwan. And I think it is a common topic, and because it's a topic regarding some daily experience that most of us could have in common. And your main idea try to express the weird and stupid policies of traffic in Taiwan. And there are two strongest impressions from your presentation that I think we can learn from you for our future presentations performance. First one is your slide design. You can see this slide. You use the simple icon and simple signal word instead of the complete sentence. It has some advantage. One of that is you can attract audience attentions to your speech instead of attention on the words on the slide. Yeah. And the second one, in the beginning, you raised one question in the beginning and one question in your latter part. Raising a question on the speech also can attract people's eyes to what you want to express. And some suggestion I want to give you is that you can see your screen, and there are some Chinese words, but we are the English speech, so if possible, you can decrease the Chinese words. You can use some alternatives just like the keywords. The 车项分流, maybe you can use, I don't know what is the professional term, but you can try to use just one word and the most critical words to represent what you want to express. Yeah. And you can see this screen. In your screen, you only use one picture and one sentence. Yeah. When audience is looking on the screen, they just see one sentence, and the rest of the attention will focus on what you talk about. Okay, so, and you can see these three lines are not the complete sentence, just some keywords. So you did a good job in this part in your final conclusion of your speech. Okay, so in your presentation, I will expect that you can talk about some deeper information because it's a topic, traffic in Taiwan, a common topic that we have already know most of this. And some deeper information, just like wider discussion, reflection about what the governments to erect such policies on Taiwan. What is the reason and what is your suggestion for the government to improve? Let audience know and let us can start the deeper discussion in our minds after you finish your presentation. So this is all for my evaluation of your speech today. Thank you.
Okay, hello. So thank you for your evaluation. And next is the vote counter. So Gary, hello. So I think you should give the link of the.
Yeah, hello. So I'm the vote counter of today. So admin, can you please post the link in the chat room? Yes, so everyone, please note the link is currently in the chat room, and when please
Wayne, share your screen, Wayne.
Well, I will all upload the file, the results in the discussion room. Wait me a minute.
Okay, so everyone, please
remember not to vote for the speaker that is over the time limit. Yeah.
Eh? Okay, wait.
Please do not rush to
Here.
vote.
I just upload the results. Can you see that?
So for manual speech,
yes.
We're really sorry that Beth and Josh did not qualify. So for evaluator sessions, Esther, sorry, your speech is a bit too long. So everyone, please note that only Sty and Eric has qualified for manual speakers, and for evaluators, Claire, Sebastian, and Betty is qualified. So please vote in, and the link is in the chat room.
Okay, so does everyone finish the vote? Okay, so maybe someone is still voting, and I will start my evaluation for today's regular meeting. So in the beginning, we have Sonu for our TME, and he greets everyone kindly, and I think it is a really good way to make all the audience feel feel good. And then we have the speaker. So and the first speaker is Beth, and Beth talk about the political spectrum of news, and which is, I personally think it is a very educative topic, and the audience definitely learned a lot from Beth's topic. And then the next speaker is Josh, and Josh tells us about the detail of the fruit fly, and then he also introduced some academic terms in biology, and it is, I think, very knowledgeable. And I also learned a lot of things from him. And then the next speaker is Sty. And Sty tells us about the Filial Piety. Is that how you pronounce Sty?
No.
Then how do you pronounce that?
Filial piety.
Okay, so Sty's topic is about filial piety. And then she tells us the concept of that the love shouldn't be forced. And I really agree with it. And I think also should let all the audience to have to reflect. So how is the filial piety work in our society, and if there's anything wrong. And also I think it is a very good topic. And then the last speaker is Eric, and Eric's speech is about the traffic rule in Taiwan. And I totally agree with what he said, because I usually travel with scooters in the place around me, and I also face a lot of traffic problem that what Eric just mentioned. So, and I think his topic is really interesting. And after the speaker section, it's the table topic section. And Winson is the table topic master, and he talked about the coronavirus. And so first question is, what is the most impressive news you've ever seen for the coronavirus? And we have Jen and Sebastian to answer for us. And then the second question is, what people do currently, because we cannot go out, and the only thing we can stay at home. And also, if after the pandemic, what would us like to do? So, and we got Gio and Sonu to answer these questions. Yeah, and I think the question is interesting. So, and then the last question of the table topic section is, how do you feel about the rising of the confirmed cases? And then we have Gary to tell us his own experiences, that he stay in the same train with the confirmed cases, and it is it sounds very, very dangerous. Okay, so the last section is the evaluation section, and we have Claire to evaluate Beth. And I think Claire speaks very fluently, and she did a good job. And then we have the second evaluator is Sebastian, who evaluates Josh. And he tells us a lot of detail about Josh's topic, and he said, like, first, second, third, and this make audience know what are you talking about, like it made audience very easy to understand what is the advantage and disadvantage of Josh's presentation. And also, I think he did a good job. And the second evaluator is Betty, who evaluated Sty. And during the evaluation, Betty mentioned the very important thing is that Sty's topic let audience reflect that if the, like, let audience to think about if the topic is, like, to think about the content of the topic. And it is a really important is to let audience think themselves. And then the last evaluator is Esther, who evaluates Eric's presentation. And Esther analyzed the presentation very clearly. Like she pictured all the a PowerPoint slide and then analyze every different slide if there's a benefit or some disadvantage or something that Eric can improve. And I think she did it really well. Okay, so that's all my evaluation for today. Thank you, everyone. So later, yeah, that's back to President.
So, I see you. Okay. So, so new. Well, actually, I'm going to give the awards to the best speakers with the TME, but that's okay because we're holding this meeting online. And for our best table topic speaker, it is Gary. Okay. And for our best evaluator,
hey,
goes to.
Would you like invite Gary to say something?
Yes, Gary, do you want to say something?
Okay. Thank you, everyone. It's my honor. And remember, please stay home, stay safe. Do not hang around and go to weird places and get infected. The world needs you to stay home, and please do. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and next is our best evaluator tonight. It goes to Betty. Oh, Betty.
Yeah, thank you.
It's your first time being evaluator, right?
No, second time.
Second, okay, I think you did a great job.
For the first time being the best evaluator. Thank you so much.
For the future, you will always be the best evaluator. And your background is beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice. And finally, who's our best speaker tonight? Our best speaker goes to Eric. Where is Eric? Try.
Oh, thank you everyone for your voting, and I hope that everyone can have to think about our traffic laws and the systems, and I think there are some very unreasonable parts in Taiwan, because I think it's not friendly for some speakers to ride on the road. So I think that I hope that everyone can think about it. And another thing is that I don't know how to say. Okay, so after the meeting, we can play a game if you want to play a game. So let's go through Discord, and that's what I say. So thank you for voting.
Okay, thank you. Bye. And before the meeting is ended, there are two things. The first one is that next week. Okay, stop that. I know you're fans. Okay. Next week is our last meeting for this whole semester, and you can invite your friends from Toastmasters, which you haven't seen for a long time, to join us, and we will take a picture together. Because for some people like me, we are going to graduate this year, and we will take two pictures. The first one is a normal one. We take picture after meetings, right? And the second one is that we'll wear our penguin suit and we will take a picture together. Okay. And the second thing is that we, the officers of next semester will be a little different, and we still need some more people to help us. And if you're interested to help us and you like Toastmasters very much and you want to improve your English or you want to make new friends, you can text me or text our officers and discuss with us which position is the most appropriate one for you. Okay, and finally, we are going to take a picture together. Then the meeting will be adjourned. And now, wait, I will I will change the mode. Okay, I'm prepared. Are you prepared? We will take a picture together.
We have a special guest next week.
Oh, wait, we have a special guest today, right? I mentioned
today
in the beginning, and it is Adam, right? You can do you want to say something to us? Because we are all students, and you have been working for a long time, and I think you must have some thing you want to share with us, right?
Okay, first, am I muted? No. Okay, good. First, I just wanna say you guys did a wonderful job, and you guys are amazing, and you all speak pretty good English, I have to say, as compared to me when I was in Taiwan. My English was so poor. I could not speak fluent English. In any case, you have 4 excellent speakers, and their topics are not easy. And they did an excellent job in delivering it and presenting each of their cases. It was wonderful, considering it's an online meeting, and you really presented your case really well, and smoothly, no glitches of any kind. And I just have a couple of suggestions, if I may, about this meeting. First, the timer I think it would be a lot better if you were to use the virtual background, to present your color board. So this would be an example, and just cover yourself, cover the screen, and then you can see the speakers for each session, whether it be table topics, or during the regular speeches, they can see the color boards really well. And then at the end of the speech or the end of the time, whether it be 7.5 minutes or 2.5 minutes, you can just use your bell, the sound system that you have, and to let them know that it is done. Because several people have mentioned that it's that people couldn't hear the bell, and I can understand why. Because of the way Zoom is set up, if there are many people talking at the same time, you cannot hear anybody. At most, you may be able to hear one voice, and that's it. As I have delivered a substantial amount of speeches through Zoom meeting, it's harder for a speaker to interact with the audience, and also the audience to interact with the speaker, because if sometimes in your speech you want to include a funny dialogue or a punchline, you want to make people laugh, and the audience would laugh. Yes, they could hear you, but with their microphones on, you could not hear them, and at the same time they could not hear you when they're laughing. And that's the way Zoom is from my experience. So that's why it's easier, instead of using the sound system, maybe use the more visual aids, so that people can, because we have eyes and we tend to focus on different colors, so or words, as opposed to during the presentations in a speech. So that's one of them. And 2 is, during the table topic session, I find it very confusing getting thrown into different rooms all of a sudden. And that, I think it's great. However, because we don't know, or at least I don't know, how long we're supposed to spend in that room, that we have 5-6 people discussing. Maybe it would be better if you have like a mini timer in each of the room. So assign each person, to be the room master, if you will, the mini timer so they know, okay, there's a certain time that we can discuss before the president kick us back to the main room. Otherwise, we'll all be discussing somehow done. We got cut off, and it's harder like that. And also, like when we get into the small discussion groups, maybe someone can start talking instead of saying, oh, who would like to go first? Just start sharing. And also maybe at the end, throw an open-ended question. So an intriguing question. So like COVID-19, how does it affect you? Right, after you answer the question, you say, okay, yes, this is how I feel, but what about you? Do you feel any different? What's your opinion? So then people can start going around, and then obviously that when we all back to the main room, the tabletop master can choose. So I know there was a 40-minute timer on the tabletop session, and I think it'll be better if we, instead of waiting for someone to volunteer, maybe just maybe wait 5 seconds at the most to see if anybody would volunteer, and if not, just start picking people. So then you can have as many people respond to each question as possible, so everybody can participate. Obviously, time is of the essence. We only have so much time, and that's pretty much what I have for this meeting. And it is an honor to be in this meeting, and you guys did a wonderful job. And if time permits, as long as I continue work from home, I should be able to continue to visit your club. So
thank you.
And likewise, if you guys have time, you can join or visit my club, the Taiwan Toastmaster Club. So if you don't mind, I can put it in the chat room if you don't mind. So these are our meeting information. So thank you.
It's also our pleasure to have you. Yeah, because you speak very fluent English and you sound like a native speaker. Yeah, and our table topic session is kind of different from other branches because most of the students in NCKU, they want to participate in some exchanging programs or they want to study abroad in the future. So our table topic session were designed to train our English speaking to take TOEFL and IELTS and get good grades. So it's a little different from other branches. And for our club members, if someday you have a chance to visit other branches, you will find out that their table topic doesn't give you time to think for that long. You have to answer it right away, and that's a difference. Yeah, and we still have some room to improve, and it's a task for the future officers because I'm going to graduate this semester. Okay, and thank you for your attending, and we're going to take a picture now. So are you ready? Your cutest pose. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, do you want to take one more? One more? Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll send you the pictures later. And this is the end of our meeting today. And I will send you guys the links, because we are going to have a very big meeting on 28th. And Adam is from another branch. So I will also post the Zoom's link for you. Okay, and see you guys on Discord. Bye.
Next time we have Professor Scott as our general evaluator.
And I'm the TME.
So be sure to come because Professor Scott will be here. Great.
Okay, great.